All right, welcome back to the 80 Star Basketball Channel, the only star basketball channel bringing you some big news. And for a lot of people who haven't heard, this is Jeremy Padawer has gone out and bought a Star 101 PSA 7, posted on his Instagram. And why is this a big deal? Well, this is a big deal because of several things. Essentially, even sports card dad Dustin, love Dustin. He posted this on his. This was obviously a pretty big story to him. Kind of coming out and said that he dropped the hammer, but he even did a story on it, and did an episode just talking about kind of how big of a deal. A lot of people think that this is just another person buying a 101. We've heard the chatter, everything's been growing. The National, it was on the cover. But Jeremy came out. You can look him up on Wikipedia right here. If you want to find out more about him, he's a toy exec. He's been, kind of dabbling in stuff, kind of from the get go, from an early time. And he basically has done a lot of things, but his toy company bought by Berkshire and whatnot, but just loves collectibles. He seems like a really cool guy, and just someone into toys, collectibles. I have some toys. I still have some old toys from when I was a kid, things that I keep, and I like some non sports cards. I like kind of some rare stuff, and he seems to like the same thing. Obviously, he's been very business savvy and kind of gone out and create a very successful business. But his first purchase, so and he lost his house in the Palisades fire, and I guess like close to 10 million in collectibles or something that I don't know the figure, but obviously he's got a lot of stuff, and there was a lot of things lost. But just talking back, and he comes back about coming back, and his first purchase is a Star 101 because of all the things that look listed here. So he talked about it being first. I'm going to let you watch if you want to know more in depth on just his post. Go over to Dustin's uh, episode that he did yesterday on this, and watch it because it's really good. And he talks about Jeremy and everything. But I want to talk about why this is more of a big deal than people realize. And sorry, I'm still got my cough and everything from COVID. And then I went after a week after all my symptoms were out. We just got back. We went out to the ocean, went down to Southern California, Huntington Beach. We always go. And so I've been gone. I feel like I've been off the planet. So I'm just getting back on the planet. I came here. I missed the video yesterday, so I wanted to get something out today, because this is a really big deal. And again, this is all the same things I've been screaming for the past 2 years. Actually, I guess about a year and a half. I started last year in January. It's the perception change. This guy isn't like, in the hobby all the time. This guy is, more kind of like Kevin Leary. Is he's big? He's just outside. He's a general investor of collectibles, and he saw this as the best opportunity. And that's what I've been saying, the perception change in the hobby, that this is the true rookie card. The 86 Fleer, I love it. It's iconic. However, it's a third year card. It's simply, I don't differentiate between Star and Fleer and Tops. They were all the NBA's base trading card vendors, for sports cards, and that's it. They had the license and they created it. I don't care what the name is on it. They're simply just the license card. And remember, I data model, so I type these things and look at it, and the 101 by far types better than anything. So I completely agree with his post. And again, it's not like I had a bunch of 101s and then came to this conclusion. I came to the conclusion and then went out and bought 101s. That is why I got into Star. And it just is. I still think it's all very, very undervalued. But obviously, if you've been watching my channel for a while, that I'm preaching to the choir most likely, and you already know what I think. But it's also everyone else in the hobby who's changing their perception. Like Nick from Sports Card Madness. He actually, and again, he came on the show, we chatted, and he got his first 101 recently, and he wanted this card, and he kind of changed perception. Maybe the 101 is the true rookie. He's always been an 86 Fleer guy. He's had it, And then he started kind of seeing and saw the perception change. And this perception change, and Beckett and others thought there might be, for every one of these Star 101s, there might be 100 Fleer, 86 Fleer. It is almost 100 times more rare. And it's actually came out the rookie year. It is the licensed card from a base card, base set. And the only difference is yes, it was nationally distributed. It just didn't come in randomized packs, but it came in packs, and you had to get all the packs to make the set. It just didn't, you just didn't get duplicates. That's it. That's the only difference. And people who rely on that for the 86 Fleer argument, it makes very, very little sense to me. However, back on point, this guy coming back in, it's the perception change. It is more powerful than you realize. It is everything that all these people, and remember, I posted videos. Nat Turner from PSA thinks the Star 101 is the rookie. And people, other ones, other big social media, Jeff Wilson, you had Jeremy Lee, you just have so many people coming out and saying, that the 101 is the true rookie card, and this is a big deal. So it's interesting. And then what's funny to me is people think that, oh, I'm going to make a few bucks, so they quickly sell theirs, and then they see it 10, it keep going up. If you love the card, I would recommend this. Don't get rid of it now, because that's one of those things that you might not get it back. Or if you love to have the card, if you're just in it for money, do what you're going to do. But I keep saying this: if you love to have the card, trying to time the market and everything, if you love owning it, this isn't the time to sell. You have more people coming into it now. It is not people leaving, and I see people, people have been around. The Star Facebook group is great. Even Dustin posted, he never posts in, the groups. And he even kind of was showing, hey, Star people, I think this is bigger deal than you realize. And, I even wrote back, and Dave, and it's just this is just really big news that these people, and you're not going to hear about it anywhere else other than kind of social media. It's not like from my channel and from Dustin's, but people behind the scenes are talking. So that's what you need to know. If you got anything out of this video, is that the chatter and everything, the perception is totally changing in this hobby, and you need to be very, very aware of it. On point with that, last night or yesterday, a BGS 8.5 sold for almost 59K. So Jeremy bought his PSA 7 for he bought it for 65K, and the sale before that was 53K. But there was another private sale for over 60K that just doesn't show up here. So the PSA 7s are going to be in the 60s. And the next one comes up in auction, it's going to be up there, and everything is rising. PSA 5s, they're all selling, and it looks like things are. I looked at my tracker after I've seen a couple days. Auctions are totally thinning out. Once these, there's nothing up on eBay that I could see. There's one on alt, and there's 4 on golden, and some of these have been long auctions going on. But for 101s, and I'm just talking about this because it leads the pack. I'm focused here because it leads the pack, and rising tide lifts all boats. But watch out, everything is going, and it's just really exciting times for the Star community. And everything else will also be, you're going to start seeing 195s, 28s. They're already starting to trickle up, and they have been trickling up. And watch how this affects the rest of the Star. Once people kind of wake up and going, oh, wait a minute, an 83 Larry Bird, Star card, the first Larry Bird. And that's, what is that? That's probably 300 times more rare than an 86 Fleer Larry Bird. And it's 3 years earlier. It's like, common sense people are kind of finally coming around to common sense. So watch Star cards, again, keep trickling up. They haven't stopped. So it's an exciting time for Star cards. But anyway, I wanted to share this. This is a big deal that Jeremy came on. And again, subscribe. I got to say that at the beginning all the time. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you at the next video.